yourselves that are educated. And you get with the people you need to get with. You need to get accomplished about it. It doesn't even make sense to me. And what you're talking about ain't hitting no nothing with me.
Get your enthusiasm going, those cocktails flowing. Welcome to all of the LGBTQIABCDEF and especially the G.
On the 1, 2s, and the 3s.
You are now in the place to be. AM is who I be.
And 7, that'll be me.
Just when you thought you knew all about gay,
We promise, you ain't never heard it this way.
we're just hashtag what? Not that kind of gay.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back.
We back like we ain't never left.
Still live, large, and in charge.
And doing things by the time.
Today's tab on the docket is our segment called That Kinda Dumbass. Now, what do we mean when we say that kind of dumbass?
Just dumb stuff that dumb people just say dumb stuff. And we gotta address the dummies.
What we mean when we say that, you guys, is we are going to address all of the jackasses of the week. We have gone and tackled the headlines and surfed high and low to find and identify people who should have stayed home, who, should not have gone to their jobs.
Stay home!
Who probably should not have seen the light of day today.
Mm-hmm.
We think that these people deserve the award for being the jackasses of now. What qualifies a person to be the jackass of the week, you might ask? What do you think? Someone like a Donald Trump. Someone like you people hating on Dan Gatsby and his lifestyle choices and the people in it.
And some of you bandwagon drivers that's talking about Gucci this and Gucci that.
Right.
I stay dripped in the Gooch. You know?
We don't agree on that.
Just
so
kidding.
We'll get into that. And we are also talking about...
And you better come through, Colin Kaepernick. You better come through and pull them checks, baby.
Yeah, so we're talking about
give
all
it to
you
the foundations
people
that need
who
it.
are hating on Colin for selling it outside of court. So get into it. Get your Susies going.
And those cocktails flowing.
As we take this journey with you today.
Yes! So in Jackass news this week, we have the #1 jackass
Of the week, of the day, of the month, the year, the century, the millennium, the eon.
AM, who was that?
I hate to even say his goddamn name.
Goddamn Donald Trump.
I'm so sick of
I'm so sick of you. But anyway, on February the 15th of 2019, which was recently, Donald Trump declared a state of emergency to build his, to fund his,
that damn wall.
the border wall.
Throwing tensions like
Yes.
a white fragile man would do.
He's taking $8 billion of people's hard-earned tax dollars and putting it towards this wall, which I think that he needs to really chill out with that because his wife belongs on the other side of it, But
he in a rare, actually it's not that damn rare these days. It's nothing this man does is a surprise anymore. But he completely winged this public address on Friday, February 15th, citing everything from Korea's denuclearization to a new trade pact with the UK, but everything else outside of telling us why we need to build this goddamn wall.
And he keep on saying that the Congress agrees with him. They just didn't give him the money the $8 billion for the wall. Sir, you have just
50%
50%
of Americans think that it is not okay for Congress to even focus on this. Like, they should be focusing on the homeless population or gun control or things that actually make sense for a legislative body to be considering at this time.
57% are opposed to him building this wall. 38% as a support. I don't know who these 38% that's supporting this, but you people need Christ, the Lord and Savior, because this man is taking our country to a hell hole.
No other way to put it.
No other way. So, Donald, we are watching and we are listening and we are engaged and it ain't over.
How likely do you think it is that he'll get his way, that this wall will actually happen?
Oh, he's going to get his way because he's a fragile 70-something-year-old man throwing tantrums. So he's going to get his way. And when he build his wall, I hope him and his wife are on the opposite side of the side that we're on.
Moving right along, you guys. So now we want to address, as the next Jackasses of the week, a collective group of you few people who seem to think that it's okay for you to place judgment on somebody else's life and how they choose to live it. So we're talking about specifically the people who are coming against Dan Gatsby, and I guess you can call her his girlfriend, Alex, for them being involved in a relationship in spite of the fact that he's married to B. Smith. Now, B. Smith is suffering from Alzheimer's, a form of dementia. She's had it for a couple of years now, I believe going on about 9 or 10. And recently the couple decided to go public with a third member of their family, a third extension of their family. She goes by the name of Alex. Now, Alex is the girlfriend to Dan Gatsby. She frequents the home.
Clarence Dan Gatsby is his name.
But the couple thought that they would share the story in the hopes that they would help other people realize that as a caregiver, that's not something easy to go through. I have some statistics here that I want to share with you guys. Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the U.S. 16.1 million Americans provide unpaid care for people with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. These caregivers provided an estimated 18.4 billion hours of care valued at over $322 billion. 5.7 million Americans are currently living with Alzheimer's. By 2050, that number is projected to rise to nearly 14 million. Now, I'm sharing these statistics with you guys because I want to peek at that empathetic bone in your body that makes you have a little bit of empathy for somebody that's in a situation that you couldn't imagine. Speaking to that end, I want to read you an excerpt of an interesting post that I got on Facebook a couple of days ago. This young lady said that she was hesitant to speak out at first because she didn't know how she felt, but then recanted her own life story and her journey with her mother and father, who didn't suffer from dementia, but another form where her mom had to be the caregiver. Just listen to this, you guys. My mom could never seem to get a grasp on life after my dad's passing. She had selflessly been a caregiver from age 37 to 56 to a man she loved who didn't even know her name. 19 years of no hugs, I love yous, happy birthdays, breakfast in bed, vacation getaways with the man she loved. Years later, she hesitantly told us that she didn't think she would do it again if faced with the situation. She only admitted that once. My mom died suddenly of cardiac arrest 5 years ago at the age of 66. Doctors say the strain of lifting my dad numerous times a day for all of those years caused an enlarged heart. Her heart was big indeed, the irony of it all. So to everyone coming down hard on the husband of B. Smith for choosing to allow himself to experience love and reciprocal human connection during this challenging time, I ask you to consider a little empathy. Put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in my mom's shoes. It's so easy to judge and condemn a person for something we have no first-hand experience with. Tears are rolling down my face as I write this because I realize that the unapologetic life I now live is in honor of my mom. Everyone deserves to find some sliver of happiness in their daily struggle. I sure wish my mom had.
Well, hell, I got to give it up to B. Smith, Dan, and Alex because that sounds like an amazing three-way.
I don't even think that's the point of it all. I really think that, like this young lady said in her post, this is an attempt at finding some sort of normalcy in something that's not normal.
Well, what did they want that man to do?
What is he
Smith
supposed to
already
do?
gave
Not
him
only that, she gave him the permission when she first got her diagnosis. Listen.
Go be happy.
Go be happy.
You got to love and live and love and love and live.
And you have to. You can't be out here judging people for their decisions and what they decide to do with their lives. And I really hope that we understand that him going public was not about the press tour that he's on right now.
It was to bring awareness that things sometimes go left and everything is not pretty and perfect.
It's not.
They were married since they got married in 1992. And so, you do the math. How many years ago?
Several years into that, she becomes demented.
Right.
What is the person supposed to do?
And you got to give it to this man because this man is still taking care of her while he has moved on. Now, I can see if this man just left her high and dry. No. It's like he's really taking care of her.
You haters have got to find something.
You know what you haters got to do?
Stop hating.
You got to go read. You got to do a little bit of reading.
Right. Stop hating out of fear.
Well,
Stop hating out.
You do a little digging.
Stop hating out of fear. It's okay to be ignorant of something and not have an understanding of it, but and not be judgmental at the same time. It's completely okay. You don't have to comment on everything just because somebody put it out in the public sphere. You don't. If it doesn't concern you, move on with your day.
Moving right along.
Move on.
Now, addressing the next jackass of the week.
Or set of jackasses.
Well, yeah. Gucci. Gucci, stay dripping in my Gucci.
Well, not anymore.
According to NBC News, Gucci stopped selling its $890 Black Cave or black knit women's sweater that had like a resembling blackface. So on February the 6th, Gucci has apologized for their bad judgment. Now, Gucci, you know good and hell well that
it's wrong. You're wrong. Keep in mind, they've been selling this item for 6 months.
You wrong, but y'all got some nice stuff, and I got a couple pieces of mine. Well,
now, Spike Lee addressed the brand on February 8th, saying, I, Spike Lee of Sound, Mind, and Body, will no longer wear Prada or Gucci until they hire some black designers.
And then T.I. jumps in. He's a longtime Gucci supporter. You know, T.I. and Tiny, they stay with the Gooch. He rejected their apology on February 8th, and he said, apology not accepted. Giving Gucci, no.
He said, we ain't going for the oops, my bad. I didn't mean to be racist and disrespectful towards your people. And I completely agree with him. You knew. It's 2019. Y'all can't not know. I'm sick of all these companies getting away with this bullshit. Talking about they were ill-informed about this. Man, I hate it.
And then on February the 12th, Floyd Mayweather. Now let me tell you, Floyd Mayweather is a cuckoo to the cuckoo bird, but I totally agree.
A jackass.
I don't feel like you should go jumping on the bandwagon, listening to what everybody else is doing, and make it. Be your own person. If you feel in your mind that that Gucci has created some type of racism in their selling of their product, then that's on you. And if you don't feel that way, then that's on you. Everybody has their own opinion.
As a collective unit, we can mobilize and stop Gucci in their tracks.
That's true. And I think Gucci will learn from this. They will definitely learn from this.
I'm tired of teaching white people lessons. I'm sick of the shit, man. You should know better. You should know better than this.
When Floyd was stopped by TMZ, the people that was upset with him because of his decision, he laughed and said, you guys are going to stay upset with me. I love it. And if I see things that I like it, I'm going to buy it.
That's ignorant. That's some ignorant and stupid shit. That's why T.I. released a song called Fuck Nigga Song. On
Valentine's Day. Now, T.I.
I love you.
That is love.
I love you for that, T.I. Floyd still stands strong, even in spite of obvious backlash from it. And on the same date, he said he just didn't care. He don't give a fuck. He ain't educated either.
But you know, a lot of that comes down to T.I. and Floyd. They not really on the same.
That's besides the point.
Sure.
Your black ass has been supported by black ass people for a long ass time. And all that money you claim to have in TMT, that's because black people have been in your corner. All we're asking for you to do is to use your platform to make some difference for a damn change.
But
we know you can afford
I
Gucci.
think that this has
We
blown
know
up.
you can shop there all the time, but we're asking you not to.
But I think this has blown up so big that Gucci they're going to learn their lesson from this. This will
They
not
have a choice.
Again, this will not occur again. Everybody makes mistakes, and we have to really make sure we enforce that and let people know that mistakes are going to mistakes are going to happen, and people learn
This
from
is
it.
not a mistake. White people do better.
Hating hoes ain't happy, and hoes that's hating ain't happy, and them hoes ain't happy.
Yeah, and they hate so much that the last of our Jackass of the Week awardship goes to those of you who find it in your hateful spirits and hearts to hate Mr. Colin Kaepernick for reaching a settlement with the NFL.
You better take them checks down to the bank.
Take those checks, Colin. Take them all the way and ignore these haters because they know not what they do. Now, guys, Colin Kaepernick has finally settled with the NFL execs in his ongoing dispute of their right to unfairly bench him for the controversy that ensued after he began taking a knee back in 2016 as quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the amount has been undisclosed. He and his team member Eric Reed announced on February 15th that they had reached a resolution in the players' collusion lawsuit against the league. The two of them had filed a grievance, and according to CBS News, for the past several months, counsel for Mr. Kaepernick and Mr. Reed have engaged in an ongoing dialogue with representatives of the NFL. Both parties said in a joint statement, as a result of those discussions, the parties have decided to resolve the pending grievances. The resolution on this matter is subject to a confidentiality agreement, so there will be no further comment from any party. Now, this means that we won't ever find out what that number was until they reach the time of which they can talk about it, which is probably many, many years from now. And that's fine. It's none of our business anyway. The important thing to note from this is that people are upset, legit upset at him. They feel like he sold out, that he caved in by settling rather than fighting it all the way through.
Well, a couple of my students said I resemble Colin Kaepernick, so I'm going to say this. Colin, you did that.
Good
Okay? You better take them checks.
I mean, you guys really have got to pick your battles. You guys realize you're talking about the same person who dished out millions of dollars.
This man gave $1 million to a foundation when he was unemployed.
No, he didn't have no job.
He didn't have no job. He had no income. He gave someone $1 million. I think whatever amount of money that he received, he's going to do the right thing. He is going to do the right thing. It's going to be a lot of associations that gain from him getting this. A lot of foundations. Like, good job, Colin.
Right.
Checks.
Ultimately, a settlement outside of court does not mean that the NFL wasn't guilty. I think that that's exactly what that is, a concession of. Like, we acknowledge some guilt in this, and if you pursue this further, we're probably going to owe you a whole lot more money than this. So let's just end this
Hey,
here.
how much you think it was?
On his way out, he was worth a pretty penny. They had to come correct. I know my guy didn't just sell out for $8 million. I know that didn't happen.
Boy, he better have got $80 million, okay?
I definitely think that's the tune of what we're talking about. So people need to just mind your goddamn business.
Or you could have gave him that $8 billion, Donald Trump, that you doing for this stupid ass wall, you fool.
Until it hits your bank account.
Order!
Oh, Jesus. Until it's your bank account, you need not be worried about what's going on in that meeting. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Now people need some business.
Get some business.
Anyway.
Good job, Mr. Kaepernick.
Good job. Thank you guys. That concludes another episode of what?
Not that kinda gay.
We covered a lot today, but y'all got our take on what it is to be a jackass, and we give awards to
The main
jackasses
jackass.
around here. We let them know that we see.
We never
them.
wore the jackass.
No, but
we
need to let
addressing them
know.
girls.
We need to let them know that we know we see each other. We see
Okay.
you.
We see. Right. Okay, we love our fan mail of all kinds. We welcome and encourage any of your topics that you want to talk about with us. We would love to cover them. We want to get your thoughts. We welcome all your thoughts.
And as always, remember that you can find us on all your various social media platforms, including but not limited to Instagram,
Twitter.
at Not That Kind of G1, Twitter,
Twitter.
Not That Kind of G1, on Facebook at Not That
Kinda Gay.
Snapchat, Not That Kind of Gay.
And last but not least, you can also contact us via email at notthatkinda@gmail.com.
As always, guys, we thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to your continuing to tune in. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday, as we promise you we will have new content available to you at 7 a.m. Until next time, we out this bitch.
And don't forget, you can also get at us on YouTube.
That's the most important. That's where you catch the full episodes, y'all. So you might see
The
a little
juice,
clip,
the
see
ear.
here, there, here. But you can go to YouTube to get all your juice that you need from us.
And we will also want to address about the Black History Month. We gotta give it up to Dr. Martin Luther King, Miss Rosa Parks,
And all those that came
all
before us.
those that came before us.
And we
that
want
made
to
it
wish
possible.
all you black ass people out there a happy Black History Month. We want you to be your black selves, your fittest black bodies. And we want you to go out here in these streets and be black as fuck all February long.
Bust it open.
Bust your black ass.
Bust it
And
open.
don't you dare turn it down for them.
Again, we love you here on Not That Kind of Gay. We hope you tune into us next Wednesday, where we're going to be back and live, loud, and of course,
In
charge.
charge.
Good night, you guys.
Turn around, fuck it all the way up. Pussy down, turn around, fuck it all the way up. Bust it down, turn around. Look, let's get it straight, girl. You don't need a nigga for nothing. Looking better every day. You got that Benjamin Button. Claiming he don't got a girl. You know niggas be running. You don't need no bitch coming up to you as one. Hey, and you a boss, so you hate when niggas waste time. You too pretty to be paused on the FaceTime. Damn, I'm staying the facts. You hate that like you hate when niggas tell you relax. You want something more than just physical. It been a while since you met someone original. You spend your time drinking wine in your living room. All that good pussy.
Couldn't find the one to give it to. Yeah. It's a shame.
See me, see the squad, it's a game.
Hey.
It's a bum, it's a lame, it's a lame.
See, it's a difference between me and what's his name?